Every now and then, we all have a product that either we purchased or somebody gave to us, and our initial thought is simply, that'd be kind of nice to have. But then once you have it in your life, it begins fulfilling a lot of different roles that you kind of didn't really even see when you initially purchased it. And you're like, wow, this has been really, really useful. And that is what happened to me with this little 2-channel amp from S.M.S.L. April's Audio asked me if I wanted to review this product, and I was like, yeah, that should be fine. A 2-channel amp's kind of cool. But now that I have it, I have found so many different little roles that this kind of fulfills that I didn't realize that it had. So what do I like about this? First of all, I like the fact that this has a nice aluminum chassis, so it feels nice and premium in the hand. But that chassis is small, it's desktop class size. And so I can basically take this and put this anywhere. And I've taken it all around my house in just powered speakers if I'm just trying to break them in or something like that, because this is so small. It can provide power to 2 ohm speakers at 150 watts, all the way to 8 ohm speakers at 50 watts. So it can power most speakers out there without any issue. It's got Class D amplification built in. It also has a Bluetooth 5 built in. So you already have a source. All you gotta do is play music from your phone or whatever is Bluetooth capable to transmit. You can play a Bluetooth source. Now, it doesn't have any other DACs built in, so you will need an external DAC if you want to plug this up to your TV or a computer or something like that, but it does have a Bluetooth built in. Now up front, you've got a nice little color LCD right here, so it'll tell you things like the volume level and which source it's connected to. And right here is the volume knob. And I actually like this volume knob a lot because it's got little notches in it. So as you turn it, it has little stops. So you can tell as you're turning it up or turning it down, it'll stop. This knob rather also functions as the power button. You can press it in and press it out so that you can turn the unit on and off. Around back, it has the outputs for your speaker connections left and right, and then there's also a subwoofer connection here, so you can connect a subwoofer. Up here's the Bluetooth 5 antenna, and over here you've got balanced and unbalanced connections, so you can plug in that DAC and use this with your television or computer, as I mentioned. But like I said, what I like so much about it is it's just so small and compact, and it can kind of go wherever you want it to go. Another plus is it does come with a remote, so you don't have to be sitting there next to it to turn it up and down. So you can do your volume functions and input selection and mute and on off with the remote. So that's really cool. So a little plastic remote, but it definitely works. Now let's move on and talk about sound quality. Out of the box, this is in the direct EQ mode, and the bass and treble are set at 0. And I found that this has a detailed, clean, direct kind of sound, almost analytical. It doesn't have a whole lot of coloration to the sound or anything like that. It actually reminded me of an S.M.S.L headphone amplifier that I reviewed ago. It has that same sort of what I'll call S.M.S.L sound. Now it does a great job with the 2-channel separation, and when your speakers are set up properly, it gives you a great stereo experience. Now remember, your speakers really do have to be set up properly to get that experience, but when they are, this does a great job separating out the 2 channels, and it doesn't add, like I said, any real color to the sound or warmth or anything like that. So if you're looking for that, this is definitely kind of an amp you should definitely take a look at. Now, as far as the EQ modes are concerned, it has several different EQ modes, including a rock EQ, a bass EQ, and several others, and you can try that out. They also give you the ability to adjust both the bass and treble plus or minus 10 dB, so you can kind of change the sound a little bit to what you prefer. And I like that because you don't just have to use the out of the box sound. You can change the EQ a little bit either to one of their presets or even adjust it yourself with the included remote. I like that a lot. Now, I did try the Bluetooth with this and it sounds good. It doesn't sound bad at all, but it is aptX, not aptX HD. So it doesn't do the high quality Bluetooth. And so I did compare this to the topping D90 SE DAC that I have here from April's Audio as well. And I did find that I did get a bit more detail and clarity from that DAC with a Bluetooth source compared to this. So if you want the highest quality Bluetooth, you're definitely gonna have to get a DAC that can supply that to this. But once it's getting that supply from that DAC, it definitely works. And like I said earlier, you will need an external DAC to, use your television or computer with this because this just doesn't have all the connections. But overall, I really like this DAC. I had a whole lot of fun just being able to move it around the house, and I have no issues recommending it. It's $250 as I record this, and that's not super expensive. It's kind of reasonably affordable in my opinion. There's a lot more expensive amplifiers that you can use out there, especially for a 2-channel sound. So this is actually a great price. The only thing that I wish it had is a carrying case. So you could put this along with the remote, maybe some speaker wire, and then just take this with you along with a pair of speakers. And all of a sudden you got a nice little traveling kit. So you got some nice speakers. So S.M.S.L, if you're watching this, definitely include a nice little carrying case with this, because this is really cool, or your next version of this if you're making it, because it's really cool. But like I said, I have no issues recommending it. So if you want to purchase this or anything else, use those links in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you next time.